Thank you so much, Tuti. Thank you, everyone. It's great to be here today. Thank you so much, Fever FM, Newsreach, and Crafting Bharat for this opportunity and recognition. My name is Arush Dayal, and I make music because by making music is the only way I can hold love, peace, and chaos in my hand at the same time. You know, they say that every song has a story, but it's not always about the story. Sometimes it's about the silence before the song begins. It's great to be back here in NM College. I graduated from Missy Bai, so my friends and I used to hang around here all the time. So being back here just invokes so many fond memories. I was talking about my journey as an artist. So I began very young. In fact, I was still in my mother's womb. She's here today. And if you ask her, she'll tell you that she often felt me dancing around in her belly whenever she listened to music during her pregnancy. So actually I started really young, really young. And it's not about the journey for me as much as it is about the art. I've always held the art very dearly to me. After graduating at the age of 20, I was still kind of finding my way. You know, I did multiple internships across journalism, advertising, but somehow something just didn't quite feel right. I knew that I hadn't quite found my calling. But my life changed when I moved to Hong Kong to live with my father, who worked there. And this was to study acting. Yes, I know, a totally different kettle of fish, I know, but something about the artistry of acting always appealed to me as a child. I didn't want to let go of this opportunity to explore a childhood dream. I joined the International Academy of Film and Television, Hong Kong, and it was honestly the best place for a young actor like me to really hone his craft and develop his skills. I knew I wanted the global exposure of going to Hong Kong, and I also knew that I wanted to diversify my social circle to include people from around the world. You see, despite being extremely patriotic, I've always looked at the world as one large society. So when this opportunity presented itself, I just had to do it. And it's also at IIFT that I met my first mentor, Monique France. When I think about her, it makes me emotional because she's had such a huge part to play in my life. She is an amazing, brilliant woman who recognized my innate potential before anyone else. She took a special liking to me, and she worked with me intensely on multiple facets of acting. And she instilled in me invaluable traits as an actor, which nowadays is actually very rare among fledgling actors nowadays. You barely see it. So for that, I shall always be grateful to her. And I also understood the importance of having a mentor. You know, someone who you can feel safe and secure with, while also getting pushed hard to achieve your goals and to set them as well, to set solid goals and achieve them. And if it wasn't for Monique, I would not be the artist I am today, so I owe it all to her. So, post completing this course, I fulfilled another childhood dream. I moved to the United States, New York. And over there, I trained in an acting institute which specialized, all of you probably heard of the Meta School of Acting. Well, this school specialized in the Meisner School of Acting. So it was all about really, staying connected and present with your partner during scenes. And this had a huge impact in my life. Honestly, this decision was probably the most pivotal step I've ever taken. Because not only did I discover my purpose, acting and singing, but I also transformed completely, in terms of my confidence, my individuality, my inner strength. Because before I joined the school, I was very insecure in many ways. I too, like so many of us, had been victim to mainstream signals, regarding the representation of a perfect man, the ideal being. We're constantly bombarded with these messages. We're taught how to act, we're taught how to behave. But there is no perfect man. There is no ideal being. And it's only after joining the school in New York that I began to understand that this need within us for external validation stems from years and years of social conditioning. In order to grow, what we really need to understand, this is what I learned there, that in order for us to grow, we need to understand that we, all of you over here, each and every one of you, you are the party. And everyone is invited to your party. Rather than seeking desperately to be invited to others' parties. And obviously I use the term party here, not literally. What I'm trying to say is that your reality is where it's all at, right? And people want to hang around you. They want to be with you. Believe that. And you'll manifest it for yourself. You see, I'm being a little quick here because I have time constraints, but you see, many people walk around life in a walking daze, just robotically hypnotized to follow the preferred code of conduct. They worry constantly about what may or may not happen, but what they fail to realize is that they rarely allow themselves the comfort of living in the present moment, of being here, like right now, just being here, in this moment. And in New York, my musical theater coach appreciated my singing, and we all need people like that, right? So he arranged for me to train with a vocal coach. And it is while acting and singing that I felt the most present. I felt the most grounded. And I knew this was my calling. I need you all to know this right now. Each and every one of you, you are enough. Let me repeat that. You are enough. Stop constantly seeking others' approval and putting people on a pedestal. You are all you need. And life often puts us down. You know, we get ostracized. We get shunned. We lose friends. We lose jobs. But you remain. And that's all you'll really have. You might say that you like being fawned over. And I often hear people say this like, I want a guy who obsesses over me, or I want a girl who obsesses over me. But in truth, like, who really needs that? Who really wants that? Such obsessive love bombing can make you feel claustrophobic. Live and let go. Just completely let go. Give without the hope of getting anything back in return. And stop leeching value. Focus instead on giving value. You know, I finally realized my purpose. I knew this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I followed my dreams. And when you follow your dreams with optimism, with self-belief, you gradually move towards self-actualization. Yes, the highest version of yourself. What you always wanted to be is attainable. Believe me guys, it's attainable. And you know, the elite in this world thrive on an ecosystem of abundance, not scarcity. They already believe, which is why they manifest it, as I said earlier. Ultimately, you are the master of your own ship. And through self-love, mindfulness, and the perfect mindset, you can carve any reality you want for yourself. You can be the king of your throne. You can sit on your iron throne, look down and say, I have finally arrived. So you can finally stop standing on the edge of your potential and you can discover yourself. Today, I'll be singing a song for you guys. And honestly, in a world full of noise, all we seek is a little resonance, right? So through my song, if I can resonate with you guys on any level, I'll be extremely happy. The song I'll be singing is Sajnawe, which is my first Hindi single. It released on Z Music on the 25th of July. With me on the keyboard is Tashmay Devnath. So let's go. मुझको गले से तू लगा ले, मैं तेरा हो गया. अपनों से मुझको मिला ले, मैं तेरा हो गया. तेरी आंखें तू मिला के क्यों है मुझसे लेती चुरा. कहना जो है तुझसे वो सुन ले तू एक दफा. ओ माहिया बे, ओ सजना बे, ओ माहिया बे, ओ सजना बे. माहिया बे, सजना बे, तू जो है लगे सब नया. माहिया बे, सजना बे, मैं तेरा ही हो गया. मेरे सवालों में तू, मेरे जवाबों में तू, मेरे ख्यालों में तू मेरा. मैं हो भी जाऊँ गुम तो जहाँ भी जाऊँ तुम हो. रहे निगाहों में तेरा चेहरा. मेरे ही तुम तो साए हो, कैसे जुदा हो पाओगे. मुझे भी तुम तो संग में सदा पाओगे. माहिया बे, सजना बे, तू जो है लगे सब नया. माहिया बे, सजना बे, मैं तेरा ही